Alright, hello. Today we're going to be making one of my personal favorites. It's a family recipe and we are making banana bread. Now I'm going to show you guys how to make it, but before we start, here are some things you're going to need. Like every time before we start baking, we are going to need our apron. You need to put your hair up. And you're going to need to wash your hands. And to show you how family friendly and easy this recipe is, I have my sister Brianna. Alright, and she's gonna help me, but before we start, did you wash your hands? Wash your hands. Alright, and let's show you what you need. Okay, so small disclaimer, I'm currently in the middle of this video and I forgot to preheat my oven. You're gonna wanna do that first, so it's preheated by the time you're done mixing. 3 bananas that are almost rotten, and I have 2 extra because I need to get rid of them. And unless you have 6, I wouldn't recommend making a double batch because then it'll be less bananas than you need, and it's better to have more than less. And then in this bowl, I have 1.5 cups flour. I have 1/2 teaspoon baking soda and 2 teaspoons baking powder. And if your baking powder is old, I'd recommend sifting it with a flour sifter so there are no clumps in it. I just dropped that. Anyways. And I have 1 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, and 2 tablespoons of butter. Alright, so first you're going to want to cream the butter and the sugar. There's something weird. Okay, put the sugar in there, butter in there, and keep mixing it until it's nice and smooth. It should look like coarse sand. So I'm going to put it, start on like a lowish setting, and then you can move it higher and higher until it's done. Alright, so that's all done, and this is what it should look like. It's a bit lumpy, but that's how it should be. Next, you're going to dump the eggs in. And then make sure when you're mixing the eggs to start on a low setting, otherwise the eggs will like splatter all around, and depending on like if your bowl for your mixer is big, that could be really bad. So start on a low setting and keep mixing it until all of the eggs are combined. Alright, so my eggs are done mixing in, and now I'm going to start adding the bananas. I split all my bananas into halves, and I'm going to add them one by one while it's mixing. Alright, we're going to start adding them one by one. Putting them in your halves, making sure they're all mixed in. And after this is done mixing, your batter is going to be a little bit lumpy, and that's normal. Don't try to mix it until the lumps are out. That's just how. Turn this up to like medium speed, just to make sure it mixes in quick. Okay, so now I'm going to lower my mixer and add my flour mixture in there. Make sure all of it gets in, and then I'm going to mix it on a low setting so not all flour puffs up. Just like the eggs, you don't want the eggs to splatter, and you don't want the flour to puff up because that gets all over your clothes. It's not fun. Don't do it. Alright, and before you start adding your batter, you're gonna want to scrape the sides of your bowl and scrape the bottom to make sure the mixer gets everything in. Even if you're using a handheld mixer, I'd still recommend doing this. Just get it all off the mixer because there's still some flour on my mixer, and just scrape it off the bottom. And then you're gonna. Alright, so once your batter is done, you're gonna want to put it in a bread pan. I have a couple of pans that would work. There's this glass one, and then there's this tin one, and then there is this nice rubber one that's a Beauty and the Beast pattern, which I would not recommend getting because it sticks and it's hard to get out, and once you do get it out, it doesn't look like that. It looks like a mess. So I used the glass pan, and so I'm going to put this into the glass pan. Alright, and my oven is almost at 350, so I'm going to give it a few more minutes. And then we are going to put this in the oven. 350. And so I put my banana bread in, and I'm going to set my timer for 1 hour or 60 minutes because mine won't me do an hour for some reason. And now you wait an hour. And while I wait, I am going to clean this kitchen so I do not get yelled at. And all that time, 15 minutes has passed. Oh, my finger got in the way. Anyways, so we still have 45 minutes to wait, so I'm gonna go show you some of my favorite things to do while I'm waiting. Watch old shows like Bewitched that we have on DVD. Hang out here, and in here are some things I like to do. I like to paint rocks, like a lot. I don't know why, I started painting rocks and walls, yeah. But anyways, that's one thing I like to do. Take a nap. Play piano. Also, you can have a tea party on really tiny chairs. Do you like sugar in your tea?
No.
No? You sure?
Yes.
Yep. I smelled it. Sorry.
You're not supposed to pour it like that, Abby.
You're not supposed to pour it.
You're supposed to pour it like this. It comes down, not like that.
Oh, okay. My bad. Hold on. Cook food. I'm sauteing sushi.
I turned it off.
Why would you do that to me? Well, fine. You're gonna have uncooked sushi.
You know what? I don't even like sushi, so I'm just gonna stir it with my.
You can also ride your bike around the neighborhood. She wants to do this part by herself, so I'm just gonna film. Now we're gonna make a sign on a chalkboard to welcome people to our tiny home. Alright, so we had a lemonade stand a long time ago, and we still have this. So now we're gonna redecorate it as a welcome sign. We have this nice eraser, and it does absolutely nothing when you try to erase it. So she's gonna go get a wet paper towel, and we're gonna try again. So I've just realized that I haven't really thought this through. I don't really know what I'm gonna write on it besides like welcome. I want it to be like cute and funny, but I'm not that funny. So I guess we'll just see how it goes. I wrote welcome in cursive, and then Bree said people can't read cursive, so I did that. And then we just drew a ton of flowers and water, I think that's what that is. So, yay! Now we're gonna go put it on our tiny house. For all that, there's 1 minute and 35 seconds left on the clock, and my banana bread looks amazing. You look burnt.
I'm sorry, but you should take it out.
All right, I'm gonna poke it with a stick, and if it comes back up clean, then it is ready. All right, so I'm going to poke it, and it came back up perfectly clean. All right, so it's still hot, so you're gonna want it to cool for about 15 minutes. Then you can cut it up. It's really good with butter. Also learned that it's really good with cream cheese. That sounds weird, but it's super good. Try it, you might like it, and if you don't, then don't sue me. All right, not eating food off the counters. I put mine in the microwave, and it keeps it safe from dogs, and it lets it cool.
They can open doors.
Yes, they can open doors.
And they have shot colors, so they can't even get in here.
They still do it. For banana bread, they do it.
Not if you put it here.